Hey friends, it's Amber with Amber Marie and Company, and welcome back to our channel. Today's video is all about the secrets to our magical kitchen here at Amber Marie Manor. A lot of you have asked how we designed this amazing tree behind me, and I'm going to give you some of those secrets and also some practical applications of some of our favorite items that we use to decorate in this beautiful kitchen. The question of the video is, are you a gingerbread or peppermint fan? Which do you like to use in your kitchen? Here we go, y'all. First, I'm just going to start with some basic applications of some really interesting and unique items that we put into this tree. So I've got on my kitchen island some items here that I'm just going to talk about briefly. First of all, when you're talking about ornaments, like we used a lot of these little glass ornaments like this little candy. You can use them on your tree, but they're also just beautiful as a place setting or to set in a garland or even just around in apothecary jars. You'll notice in the kitchen here we have a lot of apothecary jars with ornaments. We just love that kind of old feel of collecting ornaments, especially if you wanted to collect different peppermints and put them in those jars and then just display them. So they don't all have to go on a tree. Ornaments are great to use on place settings or just in decor around your house in general as well. So I want you to keep that in mind. Next, we have this ribbon candy. This is a new item for us this year. This is the first time we have had this, and this ribbon candy is actually made out of grain ribbon, and it just looks just like real ribbon candy. So amazing. So we've used this in our garland. I got it in too late to use on the tree, but I just want to show you some practical applications of how you can use ribbon candy like this in your tree. One way is to tuck it into your tree like this and have it cascading out, or even twisting. You can kind of give this just a little bit of a twist down. So that's one way to do it. Or you can just tuck it way back in and just kind of have it cascading out like this. You don't have to come down and out through your tree. You can kind of come in and around this way as well. So two really good applications. If you're putting this in your tree, you just want it to look like it's appearing from behind and cascading down, and kind of can just stop right here. Or the other application, like I said before, is try to really come out and around your tree like this, where it's kind of coming in and around and cascading down. Of course, you got to secure that into your tree, but you can have it poking out like this. So two different applications of how you use this ribbon candy. I just love it. We used it in our kitchen on our garland. This garland is opposite of my kitchen cabinet, but I love it. This is the milk and cookie Santa, and he is eating a little snack in the kitchen here. I love him. I think he is so perfect for the kitchen. Maybe you have a wall where you can do a nice, beautiful garland like this, and check out how we used our ribbon candy application in here. This has those really pretty red lights as well, and that makes a big difference. When you add red lights, those globe lights that we sell at the store as well, I think that when I walk into this kitchen, a lot of times at night, I'll only just leave the little oven hood on, that light on, or sometimes the Mackenzie Childs lights, and I'll walk in at night, but I'll leave the red lights glowing and the red lights on the tree glowing, and it's just so magical and so fun. Like, it's never made getting a snack in the kitchen more fun than at Christmas time with those red glowing lights. So I just wanted you guys to see real quick how we put this in there and how it kind of drapes out. And you have to notice those beautiful styrofoam gingerbread cookie snowflakes. They're amazing. Quite honestly, if I had more time, I would do an application of those on the light fixtures, or I would even hang them from the ceiling. We just ran out of time. I mean, we did a lot to this kitchen, right? Y'all can agree. So we ran out of time to do that, but having them cascade out of your tree is beautiful, putting them in the garland. And not only that, we have also shown you how you can use them as risers for a place setting or for anything on your kitchen counter as well. I want to show you is how to use an acrylic icicle. So look at this acrylic icicle. It's huge. 36 inches of amazing acrylic peppermint, like spiraled ribbon candy. And what a lot of people don't realize is this is actually very pliable. Now there is a breaking point to this, so don't go crazy, but you can literally stick this into your tree in one spot, and you can bend this down to come out just like this. And it comes out, and what this is doing is it's creating a space in your tree, so you have these really fun cascading whimsical candy ribbons coming out of the tree and just really making a statement. This is a designer tip or trick or trend that not everybody can do in their home. So as a designer, I'm showing you how we do it. And now you have a tip to really wow your friends and your guests when they come over and they see your tree. This is really easy to do, and not a lot of people think to do this. You can also do this really easily on a garland as well, but I love just how it cascades out of the tree. So there you go. There's another tip. The last tip and trick of this tree is the one you've been waiting for, and that is, how did we put these gingerbreads in the tree? Now I have some before video that you can kind of see exactly how we did. I tried to show you how I secured those in. I have installed all of our 4 shelves here. Just a shelf L bracket screwed in right down here on the bottom with a circle piece of wood. And then you just install it with the zip ties to your tree. And you don't worry about this showing right now because we're gonna fill it up with so much stuff, ribbon, all the things. So the other thing to note is when you're putting these on your trees, you can see I started on the left-hand side, then on the right. So you're trying to counterbalance. And you can get these already cut round wood pieces at a lot of your craft stores. It also looks really good to use wood cutting boards. If you have any of those wood dough boards or wood cutting boards, you can also use those as well. We wanted white in our tree this year, but we have definitely used the wood cutting boards as well with the handles on the outside. Then it looks like your gingerbread is on a wood cutting board, which is really cool. Each one of these gingerbread actually also is lit by battery power. First, you're gonna start with one of these. This is a USB cable, and it has several USB little ports on it, just like this. And this is something that if you have any spinners on your tree, or if you want to light things on your tree with batteries, you're going to place this in your tree first, just running it up and down the trunk of your tree on the inside, somewhere where it's really noticeable. When you're plugging in all those battery things, you can easily reach it on the inside, and of course plug it in on the bottom. And this one has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. This has 12 ports, and I think we have some that might have 6 as well. So you want to start with this, and then anything that has a battery, you basically have these. Let me show you. We've already put this in here, but it comes like this on a strand of batteries. Just put those in like you would normally do on any battery. That comes out right there, the little wire, and then you plug it into your USB. So that is how you keep like your gingerbread houses that are battery operated, plugged in and powered on at all times, or at least whenever you have the tree on, or if you have this plugged into a power strip. So this battery connectivity is so important, and that keeps you from having to turn things on and off battery powered and go into your tree and be like, oh geez, I love that this is lit, but I hate that it takes batteries and I have to plug them in. So check out the website for that. I'm telling you, this is a lifesaver. Let's talk about the rope that we use. So this is a really fun rope. It's candy cane and kind of gingerbread themed. And this rope, you start it in the middle and you just kind of have it out and cascading down throughout. It is wired, it's foam, so it's really lightweight and really, really easy to use. And this just also is an easy application to use in the garland, but also really easy to use on the tree like we did here. And it just adds some whimsy, and I love it. I mean, you can shape it into something if you really wanted to. If you made a big giant gingerbread house, you could take this and use it as the trim around the gingerbread house. There's just so many uses for this, but I love how this added so much to the tree. And you know, a designer tree is all about the dimension. It's all about taking those things and taking all of your ornaments and not just having them stuck to the tree, but bringing them out where these ornaments have life. Just like this beautiful finial right here. See how much space there is between the tree? It's hanging out and away, and that's what gives you that whole designer feel. You're not just plastering everything to the tree. This tree has pockets, and we've created pockets with all of our decor and with using our florals in a certain way, how we've kind of bunched them together, and then you create a look, and then you create a pocket. And in those little pockets is where you have these cute little things hanging down and the ornaments, and that's what gives your tree so much space and so much dimension. Another thing you'll notice on this tree is we didn't actually use a bunch of ribbon. Y'all know we say put a bow on it, but this one didn't really need a lot of ribbon because we used so many other little items, and it just didn't need it. It didn't call for a whole bunch of ribbon, especially when you put this in, or if you were gonna put in these fun ribbon candies. Of course, you can always add ribbon if you like as well, but we just felt like we had a lot going on already, and so yeah, we liked how it turned out. Okay, another designer hack to make your kitchen look incredible this Christmas or next Christmas is the application of peel and stick wallpaper in the cabinets. All right, so here's the tricks that we did in our kitchen this year. First of all, we did start this project pretty early in the fall because we had so much to do in our house. But the first thing was we removed every other door off of our cabinet because people ask me, where did you do with all your cups and all your plates? Well, this kitchen is huge, first of all. There's lots of storage in the drawers underneath. So I moved everything that I needed to store in this kitchen down underneath so I could decorate everything above. Removed every other door so that we could have space to decorate. And then we used the peel and stick wallpaper, and you'll see all of our challenges. Mom was cutting this peel and stick wallpaper right here. We had a cutting mat on our bar, and she was making sure that it all lined and matched up. What are you figuring out?
Well, I've got upper L. That means upper left. It's gonna go up there.
This is gonna be real interesting, y'all.
Yeah, I've got an upper left and an upper right. Now I gotta do the middle.
Do the middle, Jerry. Let's get it done. We still have pumpkins on our counter space here, but you can see behind me here. Let me see if I can just stand up. There we go. That's what it's starting to look like. And we've got a few challenges with our lighting color all being the same. We've installed our curtains behind us here, which is gonna look so cute because the tree is gonna sit right here, and it's gonna be so, so cute. Winston, what's going on? You like the garland? You like red? Is it gonna be gingerbread in here? Lots of cookies, cookies, cookies. And let me just tell you another trick. If you've never done wallpaper before, which I had not, when you select a pattern, be aware that if you select a pattern that has a crisscross like this, or like a buffalo check like we did, you have to match that pattern going all the way up and all the way across. Lots of designer tips, tricks, and hacks in this video for you. I hope that you can use some of them, and thank you so much for asking the questions, because when you give us feedback, we know what kind of things that you are wanting to know and the knowledge and what keeps you coming back to our channel. So thank you so much. Smash that subscribe button. You guys have done a fantastic job of sharing all of these videos and helping us grow our channel. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas.